Realize I didn't unmute myself. Okay, I think I'm good now. How's it going, Swiggity? Hope you're doing well. We'll move over here. Hello, camera. Is the camera working? It should be. Why is that not? Hold on. Oh, it's because I didn't switch this. At least I don't think. Load. There we go. You got a brisket sandwich, you're beyond happy. Good to hear. How are you doing, AR? Anything else I gotta do? Oh yeah, wait a minute. There's one last thing I gotta do. I was looking at stream like, why is this so weird? It's because I'm not here. It's because I wasn't there. I was in the void. Okay. Yes. I am going to be finally getting back to painting the Trader Guardsman kill team. And I want to get these guys done so I can move back to doing Space Marines, because I kind of miss doing my Space Marine scheme and all that. I don't know why that makes you terrible people, but I will believe your words. That's probably an amazing way to teach someone. Actually, talking about the Nemesis Clause, I made a bad financial purchase. Those in the Discord know about it. But I decided, I guess my own better judgment, that I would buy the Night Lord's Combat Patrol. So I have that. I'm tempted to build that, but I'm going to hold off for a while before building that. I'm going to try and complete that in a weekend if I do build it and paint it. So, what do I got for usable brushes? I do have a few. What am I going to work on? I think I'm going to do all the skin parts. It's the part I don't really want to do, but I mean, I'm sure the trim on the Helldrake's not that bad. I could be wrong. A lot of people do. I think when I paint those Night Lords, I'm not going to do trim. At least I'm going to try and not to. I might do something a bit different. Okay, I think this khaki has gone bad by my guess. I also can continue doing the... No, I can't continue doing the silver because all the silver is done. I did it last time. Hey, one bad paint session should not throw you off from the hobby. Oh, this feels like really bad paint. Oh, how chunky is it? Very chunky. Okay. What's up, Tyler? We're going to throw this khaki away. I hate throwing away paint, but sometimes if you don't use paints, they go bad. And because I don't paint faces or anything, wait a minute. Was the other one actually okay? I don't know. Let me grab that other one. Maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. You're adding some crew in with your fish. I hope your crew eat all your fish. That is my hope. Yes, do one army at a time. Don't get multiple. It's not a good financial decision to get multiple armies before you finish one army. Here's the thing. And this is directed toward UAR. Are you happy with your models in the end of the day? That's what really matters. If you're happy with them, that's all that matters. Where's my painting handle? I think I put that away. Oh, there it is. You're gonna start why is everyone going to Xenos? There is no... I think the neck is exposed on that guy, so that works. I was seeing some stuff on it like today, like a couple creators that I've watched were making videos on it, but I haven't looked much more into it. Yeah, but I'm not a blueberry. I might be painted blue, but I'm not a blueberry. This is going to be really bad. That's like too much paint on my brush. This is not the right model to be doing this part. Or, I mean, the right brush. Because it's just going to hit other parts I've already painted and I don't want it to. What's up, Shovel? Hope you're doing well this evening. I'm going to set that there. Oh yeah, I still gotta do all the silver on that guy, so I wasn't really done with the silver. How many of these actually have exposed skin? You guys do. You don't. You don't, so I don't gotta worry about that. I should have organized this before. You do. Your hands are exposed, and you have no paint. I need to prime you still. Like paint thinner? I would have removed it like 3 days ago. I don't really leave my models inside this stripper for that long. Well, some models. I don't really use the really harsh stuff that I think a lot of people do. I last night actually played a combat patrol game with a friend last night who I've been trying to get into the hobby. It was Space Marines versus Drukhari, and it was a very close, very fun game all the way through. There were mistakes made on both sides because I don't know Drukhari and I'm not an expert on all the rules, and he knows nothing. How's it going, Neil? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. It is good that you are here watching. Yeah, people are open to choose what they like, AR. Like, there's only one Xenos faction I really do like playing. I mean, it couldn't be me either. I barely know the rules. I just know enough to, like, do a basic game. Okay, I got his hand. Now it's his other hand. It's been it feels like a little bit of a hectic weekend. I had a very, like, chill Saturday, and then Sunday was just a lot of running around for me. Had, like, D&D at 9 o'clock in the morning with some friends, so I had to drive an hour to go meet up with them. And we had a snowstorm coming in yesterday as well, and I left just in time. So, like, my friends live on the coast, and it was just, like, sleety rain all day. Not anything terrible. I start driving back home, and it's like, we got 4 inches of snow. I got called in to go plow, and I'm like, I'm an hour away. I'll get there when I get there, but I can't promise, like, I'll be speedy about it. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to take a break from painting and all that stuff. I mean, I have to take breaks as well. Yeah. Like, switching back and forth between building and then painting and reading lore or writing, like you're saying. What else? I haven't tried lead? Oh my god, I can't even speak. I haven't tried lead belcher. I don't usually use too many Citadel paints. I've moved away from Citadel like really in the beginning of my hobby. Citadel does make good paints. I just like the color range of Army Painter a lot more, and their consistency is a lot nicer as well. But I am open to trying other paints. But I found like a whole line that I'm happy with. I've heard of AK before. I think Vallejo and maybe AK are being sold in my local game store, but not sure. As AR said earlier, I'll assume since you're a display painter, you really like. I think I've seen some. I think Neo has posted his stuff into the Discord before. I mean, everyone that posted their stuff in the Discord paints amazing stuff to begin with, so always love seeing everyone's models. I may not react to everything, but I see everything. I'm always lurking. There's still Citadel in my mind. If you like, I guess I understand if people were confused if Citadel paints were a part of Warhammer and stuff, but I mean they are. They're sold in the same like stores and everything. They're miniature paints. Never used the Desolation Squad. I feel like the tactical squads, not I feel like, I'm pretty sure the tactical squads and like the Desolation squads are just not going to be produced anymore. They haven't made any Primaris version of the models. So I think they're just going to slowly just wean them out. Oh, Desolation. What am I thinking that is still... Oh, Devastators. Oh, yeah, the Desolation is the other weird shoe one. I don't have that unit yet. There is some 40k models I've just, like, not grabbed yet. I do want to grab them at some point. I thought it would be funny to turn the, now that I'm thinking about it, Desolation models into a camera crew. And, like, send it to another creator I like and be like, hey, here's your set crew. Make sure they do their job. That was a Hell Talon. Yeah. I've never heard of the Hell Talon before. I'll have to check that out. Realistically, should probably do a little brown. A lot of people are like upset by the whole Steel Legion not being released stuff. If they do want to, actually for 11th, when they release Commissar Yarrick, that would be pretty cool to release the Steel Legion then. This year has been really big on like new Chaos models. I've enjoyed seeing all the new Chaos stuff. I need leather brown. That's what I'm gonna go with. That it does. Well, because GW just wants you to buy the new stuff. Why buy the older stuff? Is that gonna be... Well, where is my paint? There we go. That was weird. I didn't shake it well enough, I guess. I haven't looked through many Legend models. I think there's one for sale at my local game store that is now a Legends model. And I think I'd buy it just to try and make it into a Thunderhawk or something. I mean, fair. That would be my thought. To be honest, is just paint the Steel Legion using Krieg models because they're similar. They're not one for one, but they're similar. Is what I look like, or is what I look at it like. So it'd be easy enough just to remove a couple bits from the Death Cord or from the Krieg, and then you got yourself a Steel Legion. I agree. All guard units or armies are really cool. I know when I finally do a guard army, I'll be buying a lot of Creed stuff, but I'm turning them into Valhallans. I am doing a full Valhallan army because I just like that army so much more. It is such a... It's really from the Kaivis Kane books. Just with Kaivis Kane and listening to all the generals and like lieutenants and sergeants from that just make me like the army so much more. Everything is converted, if not a Krieg unit already. Oh, like for your army. You should definitely do this guy with a darker skin tone, I think. I realize like I paint everything in a very lighter skin tone just because that's what I am and that's what I'm used to like looking at and seeing. But there's a lot of diversity in the world, and I should show that with my models. I'm trying to think. I think there's a Kaivis Kane book that has the Desert Raiders that you talked about and the Valhallans interacting together. Because there's a planet that's like it doesn't rotate, so half of it is in the cold section of the planet and half of it's in like a desert one, and then there's like a perfect in the middle Goldilocks zone that's always like sunset. It was a really nice book and I liked it a lot more. The generals gather. How's it going, Grim? Swiggity, if you want to learn more about the Valhallans and you want to like, you know, have like a good laugh, like a good time reading a 40k book, I recommend reading the Kaivis Kane trilogy, not trilogies, just the Kaivis Kane books in general. It's been another long week. Another day. Another hundreds of dollars out of the wallet. I do got good news for you, Grim. I got news that you would like, I think. Because I know you are a Night Lords fan. I haven't fully fallen, but I've started to fall to corruption of the Temptations of Chaos. And it's not because I'm painting Chaos stuff right now. I have officially bought myself my own Chaos models. I bought the Night Lords Combat Patrol. I think it was less of like a voice. Honestly, picking up the Nemesis Claw kill team, I felt such a strong pull to buy it that day, and I was like, nah. Going to apply to a company that does the same thing you currently do, but based within 10 minutes of you, and works directly with a company. Works directly with a community college. Oh, that's actually really cool. Still need to read that. I'll enjoy it. It's definitely... I'll probably just use it every once in a while. I don't plan on starting a whole Chaos army. I say that, and I'm like looking. I went on Marketplace and someone's selling the old Space Marine, not Space Marine, Night Lords, Chaos Marine Combat Patrol for 150, which I feel like would be a good thing to grab. And they're selling Raptors. Yeah, they're selling Raptors, the Combat Patrol, and the book as well. Like the Codex book. So I'm like, that would be a good one to grab. And then I also want the Night Lords one. Even though it's not anything crazy, I think I would just do those as a weird combination. No, I have not. Oh, that's interesting. That'd be a little interesting conversion, Grim. Or I guess less of a conversion and more of a combo? Combo. No. Decoration. That's the word I'm looking for. Be an interesting decoration. I apologize. My brain's like half working all of a sudden. No, don't buy any more, guys. I should not have bought the Combat Troll. I decided to, just for the fact. Go on to like eBay and buy it for cheap. I say cheap. Someone told me it's like 65 something on eBay. And I'll definitely, if I choose to buy more, I'll do it there. Noted. Oh, his hand's fully exposed. It's not even a glove. Yes. Yes, you can run the Nemesis Claws in 40k. Actually, their rules, if you don't have the Chaos Marine Codex rules and all that, they're completely free to, like, see. They run as a Legionnaire unit, but instead of, like, the normal Legionnaire rules, units that are around them have to take a Battle Shock test. I'm sorry to hear about that, Grim. Yeah, any kill team can be run in like regular 40k. It's just you gotta find like the unit they're based off of. So like, I'm trying to think of an example. Yeah, the Nemesis Claws are Legionnaire. The Gene Stealer one, I think, is like a unit you can buy separately. For the Tyranids, the Reavers or Ravengers, whatever they're called, I can't remember. That's a whole unit you can play as. I think I got everything there. You're set on your skin and stuff. So, actually, I'll just go back to you. Oh. My two letters are mixing. So you typed it out. The problem is I'm going to mispronounce it either way. Raveners. It's the Raveners. Oh, true, yeah. Vestmen are another good example. The stealth suits that got released for the Tau. That's another one. I kind of wish this model had an afro. I really wish I had like a little afro I could throw on it, so I could try to base it off of one of my friends. Actually, the same friend that is running or making a chaos army. I could try to make it look like him. I think that would be funny. Ooh, nice. That sounds really cool, Grim. How do people do the symbol on his face, like the 8-pointed stars on his face? That is such a small, tight area to paint. See you later, Grim. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Yeah, it's like a really small little part. Just do that. I could be using a smaller brush too right now. I'm sure when I throw the wash on it, it'll definitely make it pop a little bit. Go get some rest, AR. We'll be here in the future. Yeah, if you're not feeling well, like, go get some rest. Hold this guy up so some people can see. Okay. Yeah, why not? I'll paint that hair actually a brown color. What's up, table? You know, whenever I'm sick and I take a nap and waking up from that nap, I feel I can't I can remember I feel better, but also like my body is just so drained from after the fact because like you're fighting off that sickness and all your energy is going into just fighting it off and trying to be better. Aw, that's sweet. definitely make sure that the wife and kids don't see that message table. That's quite an entrance there, Jake. That is quite an entrance. Good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. I just realized those are body parts on the back of his rack. So I'm going to have to paint those up real quick. I feel bad for the poor person that got dismembered and thrown up on this dude's like rack. That is a terrible. It's just terrible is all I can say. Like I would not want to be butchered and put on display. I don't like how you just smiled at that. I don't like that. What's up, James? Let's see. Now we can set those there. Wow. Ah, there we go. Nothing wrong with that shovel. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hey, if you ever do get back into painting, you now have a good backstock of stuff to paint. If you so choose. Well, this is brown, but I'm definitely going to have to paint that red there. Just whenever you feel like it. That's what I say. I really don't paint until I get on streams and stuff like that, so... once in a while I'll take time just to throw down a little bit of paint. For me, it's building. I would rather paint more than I would build, but I got a lot of stuff I do want to build. Does anyone else have some fur on them? Or is it just that guy? I think it's just that guy. No, you do. I know, like, when you get a new model, that is like your driving thought is just to do the paint those up, to do all that. So there we go. Building can be a lot of fun. It really can be. Actually, talking about building, I finished up a project I've been working on for a little bit. So, I've been working on building myself a kill team / spearhead board. Not like with the terrain and stuff on it, but like an actual piece of wood board that you place the kill team board in, and you can put the terrain on, and then it has like dice rolling trays built into it, and you can place your models on it. I built it for myself, just inspired by another YouTuber's videos, and I want to do a little bit of carpentry, so I was able to whip it up together. I could have probably gotten it done within a full day, but it's taken me a little over a week just off and on to do everything with it. I am going to... I might build 2 more. I'll do one for a video, and I'll probably sell them both. Or I'll sell one and I'll have the other as like a weird giveaway or something like that. Maybe not even giveaway, but option that someone can buy. So yeah, both for sale. I guess both for sale. Yeah, it's an understandable table. And it is really cool. The video I got inspired from, he made it looked really cool. And I liked what he did. I'd love to add a few more things to it and all that, but... Your favorite part is thinking about building and painting? Yeah, but why don't you actually build and paint? It wouldn't hurt you to do so. But, you know, thinking about something is halfway of just doing something. It's halfway there of doing something. Yeah, all good, Tyler. Go get rest. Go do what you gotta do. Because you're too busy on Reddit. Well, then get off Reddit. There's no need to be on Reddit. Okay. Metallic. You need like a gold metallic. But who actually needs to be silvered metallic? You got a thing that I would... Yeah, I guess I can do it as black. Okay, you've been silvered. You've been silvered. You got silver. I think it's just the big guy. And I gotta redo the red. I gotta do the red on... where is he? I just sent him down. This guy, literally. I gotta do it on that skin flap. And this... Oh yeah, and on this guy. And I am going to add a little bit of red to that arm there a bit more. So, let me get my reds. Use dragon and corn. I think I just used corn red straight away. I haven't done the other one yet. God, it's been like a week since I've last painted, I feel like. Yeah, because last Monday was a paint stream. And I've done other projects and all that. Okay, let's just do another. Could like that actually be a bit thinner. No, I've not played Darktide because the game will not launch for me. It's got a weird bug where it just glitches before even getting to the title screen. I own it. I want to play it. But the only 40k games I have played have been Vermintide, which was the very first one. What's up, Ghoul? I think it's Ghoul. It's either... No, wait, no. It's not Ghoul. Yeah, wait. Ghoul Stone Dog? Or is it Ghoul? I'll just say Stone. Stone's easy to remember. Why are you saying sorry, Shovel? There's no need to say sorry. It's not your fault for all that stuff. But yeah, Space Marine 2 has been a game that I played. I enjoyed Space Marine 2. I haven't played in a while just because I haven't really felt the need to play it. And I know some people have issues with it currently, but eh. Start talking about lore. Go for it, Jake. That one. Think about Deathwatch War. Deathwatch War? Deathwatch lore. I feel like would be a really fun thing to come up with because you can pull from any Space Marine chapter created to make your Deathwatch. So you can just get some really unique interactions. Like, I think the Dark Angels and Space Wolves have a little feud that they'll do every once in a while because of Lehman Russ and the Lion when they had their fight. So now, like, their kids will do it, but it's all for, like, good humor and fun. Well, in quotes, fun. Okay, now that shoulder pad. Coming up with lore for things is one of my favorite things to do for Warhammer. Okay, so there's a thing that my buddy with Drukari says that kind of, it irks me, and it really shouldn't, because it probably is fine. But in his mind, his Drukari skin themselves as part of, like, the whole thing for, like, Slanesh. And in my mind, that makes no sense, because why would they do that? But I'm like, you know what? It's Drukari. Why does it matter? But I think it irks me more, because I don't like the idea of removing your own skin. That is, like, a weird ick for me. You had some goldfish? Nice. Okay, you're good. Yes, you did. You died during the Great Table War. And now you're a ghost. You were killed by Sir Mouse during the Great War when the mouse was using the paintbrush. For your Krieg? Like, the Deathcore of Krieg? Is that what you're talking about? I will check out at some point. I know you typed a lot of it, Jake, and I will also read it in chat. It's just so much lore in one go, and there's other people that I have to feel like I need to keep track of everything going on. But don't think I am ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just choosing when to respond. I do like it when you say lore. So, yes, it is the Deathcore Krieg. I would say blue just for the fact that's what they are. But also, I want to see him paint green. Paint them in, like, a green trench coat. Brown pants. And, like, a dark green helmet. Or red. Red's also interesting. You've been given a few suggestions, but that's a scheme you could certainly do. Nuclear Winter. I wonder what that looks like. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Oh, because I'm out of the loop. Do we have any Digital Circus fans here in chat? Because I haven't watched anything on Digital Circus, and I want to be kept up to date what's going on. So if anyone has watched it, what happened in the most recent episode? Why did Kane just get deleted? And no, I'm not going to watch the show before you say it. Okay, I knew someone in chat does watch it, but yeah. Kane became an Eldritch Horror. Damn. I mean, he is abominable intelligent, so it was going to happen. He was going to become that. So Kinger hacked into him, and he was meant to make... Oh, and he was meant to make him normal again, but just accidentally deleted him? Oh. And that's it. Like, that's the final episode, right? Show said you're trying to go for a grimdark look. Oh. Well, you're trying to go for a grimdark. I can't really help with grimdark because I don't think I paint grimdark. I just paint. Oh, one more. Okay. Wonder if it's going to turn out that, like, none of them are actually real and they're all just mental copies of their actual selves. I have heard like the creator Gooseworks got bombarded by the fans for like, oh, yeah, for something like for Jax being one of the main characters, something like that. MatPat said something on it. I don't watch MatPat anymore. I probably should. I'm sure he still makes good stuff. I just haven't watched in quite a long time. Let's put it right there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so now it's like other people are doing it, correct? Or is the channel just completely dead? Is the channel completely dead, or has other people, like, taken over? Some British dude runs it now. Okay. Is it still the same quality? I mean, I hope it's the same quality, but I don't feel like it is. Okay. So it is still the same stuff. I would, honestly, at least I kind of hope he does. I hope he takes more of a backseat decision. Like, no longer being the face. Now, like, prioritizing his family and all that stuff. But still, like, running the company from the background. Because really, that's what it is. It is a production company at that point. The red's mixing in with the silver. I haven't fully cleaned the brush, and now it's just making a really weird rusted color. Not even rusted. It's like a weird pinky silver. Not a fan of that. I'll lay on a few other layers of silver until it stops doing that. There we go. I've not watched Invincible. I do know it's deviated from the comics already quite a bit. I mean, it's still following the comics a little bit, but it has started to do its own thing. I don't think I need to watch it. Oh, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. It's just not really a show that I want to watch. I'm not really a big fan of like superhero TV shows or... Yeah, I'm not really a fan of superhero TV shows. I was going to say movies, but I'm like, no. I do like superhero movies. I'm not a fan of TV shows, though. I think the last one I did watch was like Arrow. And I thought Arrow was okay. But that was about it. I'm more interested in watching like Knights of the Seven Kingdom. I really want to watch that and see. I want to just watch Duncan and Egg interact. I like the sassy, bratty child and the large oaf. That is my favorite dynamic. Oh, Space King is so funny. It is such a funny, like, parody of just everything. I say everything. It is a huge parody on 40K stuff. And I love that. I think like one of the... I don't remember which one it is. I almost want to call it the most recent episode, but it might not be anymore. Where they go to this secret vault that has this giant AI thing. That if you kill like one of its little versions of it, it gets immune to those versions. The only reason why they're going there though is to shoot like... They keep shooting pink crystal lasers out of their guns. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it was the Christmas one that I watched. I know they did a Christmas special. I haven't really... Yeah, green lasers. It clicked in my head that the dudes that were watching like that place or doing that prison and all that, they were Dark Angel like Space King Marines. I don't even remember what they call them. But they were a parody of Dark Angels. And I'm like, that is really funny. And the scheme, too. I really liked the scheme. They were like... I think it was dark purple robes. Or like dark purple armor. Not dark purple. Like maroonish red purple. That entire squad, I think, just messes up plans more than any other chapter. I don't remember. Was it Chestnut? No, it's not Chestnut. It's their, like... It's their, the Imaginator. If he didn't throw a lava bomb on that, like, weird skeleton flesh thing, the, like, Dark Angels Marine Space King guys, their plan would work fine. But because those chuckle fucks messed up their plan, it ruined all their hard work. And Hatemonger, funny as hell. I love watching Hatemonger. I'm pretty sure he's just gay, which I'm okay with if he is. I am fully supportive if he is, and he might deny it, but okay. Staying focused. Chestnut could have actually made the AI thing be better. You got a lunchbox. Turns out the cup was made of lead. Ah. So you like having a little danger with your drink, huh? Actually, would a lead cup be fine as long as you put nothing acidic inside it? So like no sodas, No juices. Some waters, maybe. Copious amounts of lead. I feel like that would bring on the Chaos Gods. I mean, to be fully honest, don't eat or drink anything that has lead in it. Don't put lead in your body, period. Lead should not be within your body. No matter what the voices tell you. You know, I'm looking at this. I like how they made a power I-beam. That is exactly what this thing is. It is a I-beam that they welded spikes and stuff to and turned it into a power weapon. Wait a minute, hold on. You got a lunchbox that had lead in it. And the company sent you an email and they said they were going to sue. Because your cup has lead in it, they're going to sue? Is that correct? Before I say anything else, I want clarification on that. Because I feel like that should be the other way around. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't realize that you were weighing in on the Space King conversation, all that. I thought you were talking about this random lunchbox that you bought that just so happened to have a cup that was made of lead in it. Didn't even realize that, what was their name? That Flash Kids made a lunchbox. So the lunchbox, not the lunchbox itself, but the cup that came with the lunchbox had lead in it. And Flash Kids is now suing the manufacturer of the lunchbox because of that mistake. I'm glad. So now they're sending you a new one. You know what? That's a golden star from me. That's a golden thumbs up star from me for Flash Kids. I mean, that'd be smart because they're damaging. They're, in the long run, they are killing people. They are fully killing people. Actually, now I'm curious. What is the is it FDA that controls food and all that? What is like the FDA's legal limit of lead within your food or product? I want to know that. The answer should be 0. It's not 0. Good night, Shovel. Enjoy the rest of your evening, man. Nice to have you here while we could. You haven't watched Space King. Your main problem, which isn't Flash Kids' fault, is that there are people who don't take it as satire and quote. People do that with everything, though, Table, isn't that? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Like, people do that with 40K all the time. They quote and say things that are meant to be satire in 40K, but are not. I'm not saying they're right. I'm first going to say I'm not saying they're right. Like, people should be able to understand when something's satire and not take it seriously. I feel like Helldivers is another product that's heavily in satire, and people take it way too seriously as well. Where are you hearing not canon all the time? Well, goodbye, Swiggity. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, man. Thank you, Swiggity. Do do do. They do that in a commercial, I think, like one of their special ads. Oh yeah, that's where you're talking about the non. Okay, I was more asking like outside of the show, where do you hear it? But I guess that makes sense. You know, I wonder what the creators of Space King would do if they. Okay, train of thought. I want to know what a Sister of Battle stereotype or version in Space King is. Like, I want to see that. Just to see, like, the interaction of, oh, yes, we worship Space King as well. We're just all female warriors and we're not super soldiers and we go off and do this. Would they... I mean, to be honest, by the end of it, they probably just, like, wipe out the entire religious zealot group. Maybe Hate Monger would have, like, a moment of, like, a crisis of faith a little bit. He'd be like, you're a woman. Why are you worshipping Space King? I could picture that happening. I do want to see it happen. I think those tusks are mutations, so I will definitely do something to make those pop. I miss painting. It's been far too long since I've actually painted. Actually getting some finished stuff would be nice. Oh yeah, I meant to be keeping track of this year of how many models I complete. I wanted to do like a Google Docs and just have like, how many models did you complete this year? And like, what kind of models did you complete? Why are you sad, table? I may not be a therapist, but I'm here to listen to your woes for a little bit. Deadlift for the Dark Gods got demonized. Like that thing, like for the brand, or God, I know people made some like shirts and posters for it. Someone took that and like what? Just made it more evil? I'm not really sure like where to go with that. Or did people just take it as like a really bad... Did people take it in a bad way? Oh, demonetized. They demonetized it. Why did YouTube demonetize it? I mean, maybe the only part they don't like is like the Dark Gods, but it's meant to like push working out and being healthy. Which I would push that. As a person that's like 300 pounds and needs to work out, I'd say, yeah. If you can get some way to motivate people to work out and lift, then do it. Actually, I should do that after stream. Quick late night workout session. Oh, so this is an actual channel that does reading and all that. Wait, hold on. Apparently it's AI. Isn't YouTube like pushing AI stuff on people though? Because Google is owned by... Not Google. YouTube is owned by Google. And Google's trying to do a bunch of AI stuff. And YouTube's pushing like its AI weird stuff with it. I'm sorry. This feels like the Spider-Man meme, like where they're all pointing at each other. Just like, oh, you're demonetizing someone for using AI, and yet there's other channels that use AI that you allow to be monetized, and you use AI as well. Seems really, really dumb. I have a lot of respect for voice actors, I'll say. Because they got to do a lot of work just to make bank and all that. You know what? Fair enough. They really only care about the ones that like bring in the big views and push their agenda. I'll admit, I'm inspired the most by creators that use YouTube as a platform to push off and then go do other things with their time or like with their experience. Because could you make you can make somewhat of a living on YouTube for a while, but at some point either you need to keep changing your content to get new people, or you need to slowly fade out of it, like how MatPat did. Did I get all the silver? I think I did. Like, I know at some point I'll stop streaming one day, because I can't do this forever. Would I like to? Yeah, it'd be really cool. Yeah, but they won't. Oh, no, the physical body's a servitor. Like, these hands and stuff are a servitor. But the little gecko's not. The little gecko's gonna do other things in life. I'm just borrowing the servitor until until the AdMech find me and try to take it back from me. Which they can certainly try, but it won't be an easy fight. I painted one like a mudkip. So very similar to these colors. I could get the model. Yeah, I was actually going to paint my Seraphon Spearhead in the Mudkip Evolution line. But I think I might change from doing that now. I might do like actual lizard colors. Or I might change my mind and stick with it. Who knows? Okay, I think I got almost got everything. Excuse me. Oh, that sounds really cool. I'd love to see that. Hold on. Is your name Fred Raptor? I recognize the, like, raptor end part of it. I'm just trying to figure out the beginning part of your name. Yes, I am, Mort. I'm painting up some Trader Guardsmen. They're not my models. They are a friend's models. He is doing a Chaos Army. And these were some of the first models that I got him, because I want him to get into Warhammer. So I'm going through and I'm painting up all the Trader Guardsmen that we have. I'm kind of doing them... I'm doing them in, like, his favorite colors. Has no FR. It's a clan from, like, 20 years ago. Is that Deceptor? That is Deceptor. So it's Deceptor. I think I'll just call you Deceptor for ease. I think that's right. Yeah, I've painted a few models for him. I painted Abaddon. I've done his Terminators and Chosen. Actually, the Terminators aren't really finished, but I haven't gotten them back to do that. What's up, Grim? How much more? I think I gotta do his mask. That's gonna be in black. I was doing that with the contrast paint, but I think we'll change it up with something different. I'm not gonna put a lot of... I could probably put some more time in them. I think the only models I should put more time into are these two, because these are the main models you're gonna look at. Slow but good. It's going slow, but I'm trying to figure out what I paint, if that makes sense. Nice. I bought myself the, actually, I'm not a Chaos player, but I fell in love with the look of the Nemesis Claws. So I bought myself the Night Lord Combat Patrol. And at some point, I'm going to paint it and use it. I'm trying to figure out the scheme if I stick with regular Night Lord colors or if I make my own scheme. I'm kind of tempted to like make Chaos versions of my custom Space Marine chapter, but also it might just be easy enough to stick with doing the Night Lords. I do like the Iron Warriors more. So when the Iron Warriors Combat Patrol comes out, I'm going to grab that. And I'll probably do both together. But also at the end of the day, all the Chaos models can be used by my friend just to play more 40k together. I got to ask him if he actually wants to do a 40k game Friday, or if he wants to do a building session Friday. I will have to check it out. Pete the War Gamer. Yeah. I might just do them as regular Night Lords. And I think for the Iron Warriors, I'll do something similar to like my Marines turning traitor or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. My Marines are still very new, and I want more lore built before I have them like start splintering off. I got a like little story plan that I want to do for it. Ooh, Death Company is fun. I'm gonna pop over to Discord just cause. Oh Jesus, Jake, you sent the whole thing. I will have to look at it. Oh. Oh wow, Neo. If you're still here, I'm just looking at your Lieutenant Titus. That is really good. Jeez, there's a whole conversation going on in here. I've done it once on a model because I want to try it. I didn't think it was that bad. A Night Lord's Redemptor Dreadnought? Ooh. That... What's the word? I can picture it being really cool, but also being like a lot of work. Realizing I need to paint this as a lighter brown because it's inside the coat. I'd say what I found for myself with doing hazard stripes is painting everything. I'm trying to remember if I did everything black first or yellow. I think I did everything yellow first and then I painted black over it so that it was easy enough to cover a mistake with the black. Night Lord's holding a servitor on a leash. Ugh. Have I seen the Iron Warrior Havoc Kit Bash video? No, I have not. Welcome back, table. Good to see you're back from the dead. Let's do a little bit of silver. Yeah, I gotta do chest and everything. You know what I realize? I get all the basic details and colors done first, and then I will add in the other colors. So like I'll go back after everything has colors and then do the red. And then do like another black and stuff on top. And that's not really the best way of doing it. Also, unironically, there's still brown on this brush, and it's mixed with the silver, and it's made a really nice, like, dirty metal color. That's the word I was looking for. Which I think I like the look of quite a bit. Do I have a Chapter Master model? Like, I've made a custom Space Marine Captain that I want to be a Chapter Master, but no, I don't have like a direct Chapter Master. Actually, the only Chapter Master model I do have is Azrael, but I don't have them built or painted yet. Thought process. Sorry, I'm like trying to remember where I was talking. Oh, I will check that out. I have an idea. So I'll grab the model that I want to be my Chapter Master. The reason why it's not is because for me, I like to build my lore by playing the Warhammer Crusades. So I want to take my Space Marine chapter, do a crusade, and upgrade one of my models into a Chapter Master. Like, get that rank. And then I'll have my Chapter Master. That's how I look at it. So the model I want to be my Chapter Master. Do I have a secondary? I don't have a secondary. I'll grab this guy. This will work. So for my Marines, I actually do 2 color schemes. I will show off 1st, 2nd to 10th company. So 2nd to 10th company. I do, this model is called Big Jim. This is my favorite Redemptor Dreadnought. my color scheme is a blue body with orange on the right shoulder pad, black on the left, and orange on the knee pads, like where the circle is. And we show what company we're from by doing lines on the leg parts. So if you're from second company, it's 2 lines all the way up to 10 company, all that. First company, I copy the Dark Angels a little bit. It's one of my Gene Seed chapters I actually take from. This is the model that I want to be my chapter master. This is my actually first proper kit bash I've ever done. But I do black armor with blue for cloth, parts on the backpack, elbow, just blue being the little extra bit parts. And then we do orange eyes and silver for the Aquila and all the metallics. Same thing on the rest of the Marines, but this is a kit bash between the Emperor's Champion and Master Lazarus from the Dark Angels. So the torso is Master Lazarus. The legs are Emperor's Champion. This arm and this backpack are Emperor's Champion. This head is from the Dark Angels upgrade sprue. And it's a blade guard head with a hood. This hammer, I got this off of a I think the name is Dragoon. They're a 3D model printing company. I like these power hammers a lot more. I made this guy. So this guy is actually a captain with a relic shield. I do have his shield somewhere. But he started off as... He started as this model. This captain with relic shield. And then after getting a bunch of upgrades, like, he got the Dark Angel, like, monster slaying weapon. I decided he needed his own brand new model, so I made this guy. He does have a shield, because there's a little pin right there, right where I have those purity seals, that I can magnet there. I don't know where the shield is currently. I think it's in my carrying case. That is good to hear, Tyler. Wait, what are you talking about? Grim, saddest, profoundest, you still haven't found a DM for a Black Crusade game. You mean like an actual, like, RPG for Black Crusade? Or are you talking about like a Warhammer Crusade? I don't think you have posted your Redempt. Oh, damn, Grim. That is a converted Redemptor Dreadnought right there. That's really cool. I will have to check that outdoors though. That looks really cool. The RPG. All good. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Deceptor. I was working on a Chaos model that it's a Chaos Marine on a bike. A buddy of mine wanted him to be mutated a little bit. Do I have him sitting on the shelf? I'll grab him real quick. Is that him there? No, there he is. So, this model right here, this Chaos Marine on a bike, I am having him slowly mutate because he's infected with the Obliterator virus. He is slowly fusing with his bike. And he'll turn into a Obliterator over time. But for now, he is just a regular Chaos Space Marine biker. But he's got a demon arm right there. Actually, I gotta clip off that corner because that's a bit of extra. And then his upper arm. Actually, his lower arm is down here fused to a gun. And now he's got a new growth that's connected and made a new gun come off the front. And he's also fused to the bottom here. And very slowly, he's going to sprout another limb up here. So, very, very happy with that one. My buddy likes and all that. I'll quickly look at the Dreadnought that you posted. Ooh. I like the barbed wire around the fist. Very nice, Grim. Very nice. Cool. Now it's time to get back to painting. Where was I with painting? You need paint there, paint on the front there, and up top. What were you saying earlier, Tyler? You want to do an AD session as a Vespin who can't communicate besides flapping his wings in Morse code. The rest of the group intelligence is no higher enough to comprehend, though. Do they have an insect type for D&D? Like, is there an insect race? I feel like there is. And where this guy has a piece of leather that needs to be painted. You want to play a sentient xenomorph. Aren't xenomorphs more sentient to begin with? They're just a hive mind. I heard somewhere like that's what they are. They are just a hive mind. If your DM's okay with it, with just flavor wise, you could say he has like small wings, just can't really fly. But it's an idea. Am I at the point that like everything else is just really small that needs to be painted? I'm sure you could, but it's also, in quotes, easy enough to make your own. Hmm. You know, it's not a bad way of looking at, or that's not a bad idea, Grim. I mean, getting everything else as a proxy, but only getting the big combo boxes for kit bashing stuff and all that. I don't know if they're lucky. They're just choosing poor impulse control, I'd say. Because I've been there. I've been the poor impulse control person. Damn, it's just a few colors I got left to do. Oh no, why is that silver? Did I actually hit that with silver? You know what? If that curves your itch to buy more stuff, then it works. Okay. I know I got more stuff to do on these guys. I really want to focus on these two guys for the moment. Because I want to get these two just looking really nice. Because these are the epic character ones. There's a person, Eons of Battle, I was watching. And he's got a mindset that I do agree with when it comes to painting. Like, batch painting can be a lot for a person to do. And it is. It is a lot to do in paint. Especially, like, for myself. Like, I'm not a big fan of doing batch painting. I like focusing on just a character or a couple models at a time and getting all these precise details kind of done. So if I can do like 2 or 3 guys to the point I like, and then next week we do more, then it all works out. I like him very much. Also, thank you, Grim. I also think you're a very cool person as well. And that you make some very unique stuff. I remember watching Eons of Battle like when I first got into Warhammer and wanting to be at his level of painting, being quick and fast and making everything look good so bad. I wanted to be there just like that. And I had to realize that, one, he does take a long time to paint and do his models. Like, he says himself, like, the amount of time he actually puts in the models. Videos and all that are huge on, like, changing your perspective. I lost my train of thought, and I wanted to focus on what I was doing here. Okay, now you had a buckle right there. And then yeah, we'll just do that piece of leather, and then you'll be good. Some of the contrast actually worked out really well on this guy. So I don't feel like I have to do any proper acrylics onto his model. Besides like his skin and all that I did. You'll batch paint like specific parts of a squad. So if you're like working on Night Lords, you start working on the red line. Apply all the red, and then usually just hone in on one model for a while. You derailed me for a second. Honestly, batch painting for me works best when I'm like doing the broad strokes. Like, okay, everyone needs red, everyone needs black, everyone needs silver. Got that done. Then I can focus in on the other parts. These guys, where they're just the little infantry, not really going to matter too much. I'm not going to do a lot of detail. These were the characters, and I'm realizing they should have more detail than the rest of the squad. I would love to get everything to parade ready, but not everything's going to get parade ready. Like, this sniper, I probably missed one part on him. Maybe two, but I consider him done and ready for the table. Besides doing his base, he's ready to start sniping some blokes. The butcher, I gotta hit his mask on the other side, but he's pretty much ready. Breacher's just got a little spot that needs to be painted, but then he's good. So question, would you say batch painting's more often because of droppers? Like, you want to use a paint you already have out? I would say, even with a wet palette, so I'm going to show off my wet palette here for a sec. When doing my Marines, all this blue and green and stuff and the orange, that's how much I've put out. This corner is more for like the big night I was doing, trying to figure out colors. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I took up 1/4 of my wet palette just trying to do my Space Marine kill team. And always switching like, okay, I'm done with this paint. Then I have a huge blob still here. I move to another one. Then I move to another one. It's just... It feels very limiting, is how I feel. Like, I feel like I waste a lot more paint than I really need to. A wet palette does give me more time to use some of these paints, but if I came here the next day, all these paints would be unusable. Oh, yeah, I can do brown around his boot. Like, if I actually had to say an amount of paint I do properly use on a model, for the amount of paint that I actually use, 30 to 45% of it gets wasted just sitting on the wet palette. The rest of it does get used. Sometimes the number goes up to like 60 to 70% gets wasted. My main thing with using pots or using paint straight out of the dropper is it's very thick. And you might put too much paint in a spot than you really want. So then I take time on a wet palette, I can actually thin it out and use and get the proper amount on my brush that I want. Also, sorry to ignore you, Grim. You said for your Tyranids, you need to accept that your gaunts and stuff, battle ready, is good enough. You have like 200 gaunts. Yeah. Horde armies are tough to deal with and paint up and all that. Throw some air. Okay. I have plenty of airbrush medium, so I can do that. Yeah, and when you got 200 models, that's a lot of hours that you got to spend painting. Yes, I do add some little pieces of metal to my paint in a couple of them. My Wraithbone is one I've done it to. That one works really well. I haven't had to do it to many others, but I also don't use a lot of Citadel. I'm using, like I said, Army Painter stuff. But if I use Citadel, then yeah. Especially as I get lower in a paint pot, then it will kind of change. Not change. It doesn't like to shake up as well. Okay. There was at one point when my wet palette was really good. Now, and I think it's the humidity level in my room. My current office is very dry. So the wet palette dries out a lot faster. Like, I could add some more water to this palette, and it would be exactly where I want it to be, but it wouldn't last very long. Cool. So we got that. Okay. Yeah. I'd say you're fine with the way you are. Do I have a brush that I could use for a contrast? Yeah. I'm going to use this... Ow. This light blue contrast paint on the plasma pistol. That way I can just feel accomplished with it. I feel that, Grim. One of the things that I kind of do for myself when it comes to that is I kind of have multiple things going on in my workspace. So if I lose interest in one project, I can switch over to this one. Then when I lose interest in that, I can switch back over to the other one. And I can keep going back and forth. Also, I realize some of my models, I need to do some dusting on my models because they are picking up dust. Okay. So I'm happy with that plasma. It's got a nice light blue glow-ish. And I think I'm going to get the black paint out. No, we're going to get the Wraithbone out and start doing some skull stuff. Wraithbone is one of the Citadel Warhammer paints that I will always go back to. It is a very nice bone color. I'm sure Army Painter does make a nice one, but this is when I was like, Still gotta upload the stream schedule for the week. I have one in mind what I want to do, but I've been trying to plan things out with friends and stuff like that ahead of schedule, and it can be a little difficult, it feels like, sometimes for it. I'm trying to make this look like canvas, and now I feel like I'm making it look like a rolled up skin pack. Oh yeah, you got some bone on your thing there. Why am I going for that? I got it right here. I got a few people like that, but it all depends on week to week. Some of them, I mean, we're also all adults and we have like full-time jobs. So trying to find time to like bring people on for a stream can be difficult. Also, nothing against you guys, but I know when I stream with friends and all that, trying to keep going with chat and talking with them can be a little much. Like, I gotta focus on one here and there, like the Project Zomboid stream, for those that were there for it. I was talking with, I think I was talking to you, Tyler, and two of my other buddies were trying to communicate some stuff, and I was just talking over because trying to, spread some information, and no one could just hear anybody. I'd say you missed quite a bit, Ando. You've missed quite a bit. Summary, mouse has killed table. Yeah, it's more of a choice of, like, picking on when to respond to people. Yeah, I wish I went with them, to be honest. Like, yes, there is nothing that... yeah. Table responded to someone that he wasn't dead. I clarified that Table died in a war to Mouse, because Mouse now wields the paintbrush. So, Mouse killed Table during the Great War. Mouse is not the mustache man. Mouse is Mouse. I will have to check it out, or I will check it out soon. Okay, that is there. Is there any other... I don't think anywhere else has any skulls. Oh yeah, there's some silver stuff there. I really wasn't going to do those to silver. Was there something I wanted to do in Wraithbone on you? Yeah, literally your face things. Oh yeah, I am always down to explain lore and stuff to my friends on stream. Like, there have been many weird inside jokes with Marcus over the years. There's always like something silly or goofy that will become a fixation as like a joke, and that kind of stuff he does find, or at least I think he finds funny. Like if he was here for some of it, he'd be like, "What the fuck?" But I have talked about you guys to my actual friends a little bit, and some of the stuff going on. Mouse did not take his skin, because there is no skin. And Mouse would not take skin to begin with. Mouse doesn't need it. It was probably Marcus, because he's living in Austria right now. So, like, he knows what... No, it wasn't Mark. I think it was Mike. Might have been Mike that was giggling about it. I'll be honest, I didn't know that stuff that my buddy Mike was into. The whole AI, like, business thing he's trying. That's really cool. I'm very proud that he's trying to do that. And my opinion on AI is still the same. But it sounds, in my mind, he's using it for the way that I think AI should be used for, which is more of a management position and like the really menial task stuff is what AI is better used for, in my mind, at least. So it was kind of nice to like learn about what he's trying and all that. I think with talking about everything, I am going to call it a night here. It is 10:30 my time, and I'm going to get some sleep, and we'll go through with it. It'll be interesting to see how it goes by the end of this year. That's what I'll say. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It was a little bit trying to get back into painting and all that stuff. I know, Ando. I know, bud, but I will possibly be here Wednesday. I actually do need to figure out I'll have a definite schedule by tomorrow. But if you guys enjoy the content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I try to stream at least 3 times a week. Sometimes we get a 4th in. Also, if you want to be part of the community a little bit more, I have a Discord that is completely free to join. Go and share any hobby you're into. If it's... I know I mostly do Warhammer stuff here, but there's other hobbies and craft stuff that I want to get into. I want to get into cosplay making. I haven't done blacksmithing in a bit, but I do blacksmithing every once in a while. And carpentry. Eventually, I will start doing... I'll get like a workshop and I'll start doing all this stuff. Do not listen to what Grim said. Do not commit war crimes. Don't be like Canada in World War II. With that also being said, if you want to support... Oh, no. Yeah, if you just want to share whatever hobby you have, join the Discord. It is in this video description and channel description. If you also want to support the channel a little bit more, I have a Ko-Fi account that you can donate to. Everything you donate goes straight back into the channel. Don't do that either. Don't listen to Grim. Jesus Christ. But yeah, everything you donate just goes right back into the channel. But with that all being said, you don't have to do any of that. Just having you here, hanging out, being a part of the community, it's more than enough. I just get on here to be a silly goober and just have a good time and try to complete my pile of potential very slowly. But with that being said, I want you to go out there and make something awesome. I know you will.